Hold on, I'll say it. So, welcome to another episode of F1 News, where we try to give you a hint, just a hint of laughter. Vasseur, first of all, said that the media, they're being so disrespectful to the team. They are hurting our team with their rumors. It is not hurting me. I can take it. I know how to take constructive criticism. But my drivers, they are hurting my drivers and they're hurting our team. And if they're talking shit about me and saying I'm going to be fired, it don't hurt me, but I admit it hurts my team. You idiot. Are you telling me that Lewis Hamilton and Leclerc are small children, they can't handle it? Come on, man. What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Johnny? Yeah.
Well, it's just being a team boss,
Yeah.
you can tell that team's paying him.
It's
you
pity.
know.
That's what I say. If it was Horner would just laugh. Horner would say, we're okay. Don't worry about us. Worry about you. He's like, you can tell it's affecting him. Go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Johnny. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I was him too, self, my team would say the same way because teams actually. I'm even going crazy for the way Ferrari, the whole thing.
It's the managers, it's the ownership. Yeah,
it's as in how everything's just going up there. It's really going crazy. I don't know. As in
they're destroying a brand name. Ferrari is when I was in my 20s, I wanted to buy a 300-pound Ferrari jacket, Michael Schumacher jacket, but I didn't have the money, unfortunately. Thank God I didn't spend it on that. I needed it for beer. But I said Ferrari is Ferrari. Can you imagine they've fallen this low? And Vasseur, he's saying, I admit, in Italy, that's what's going to happen. If your team is not doing well, the press is going to talk trash about you. Yeah. Plain and simple. What are your thoughts, Folabi?
Yeah, I quite agree with you. And you're absolutely right. The Italian press and the fans of Ferrari are very unforgiving. And they have a very short temper. And from what Fred Vasseur also said, he said he believes that there's deeper systemic problems in Ferrari.
Yes.
That is not just about drivers and team principals, that the ownership structure and internal culture has to be gotten right, that they need to drill deeper than just drivers and team principals. And so he's taking a dig basically at the ownership. And I'm sure the ownership won't find that funny. And I guess that's why people are saying that he may be going anytime soon, really. People are even predicting that if the next 3 races don't go well, he might have to leave.
Yeah. I have a feeling he knows the writings on the wall because he made not a cryptic, but he made an indirect statement. He said, they're not winning. They have changed the drivers. They keep changing team principle. Only one thing they don't change. He was talking about the owner and the manager. He's trying to say that. That means he knows he's going to get fired.
When you start taking a dig at the owners, there's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they're making him look bad because I keep saying, why did they change their front suspension last year? Why did they bring Lewis Hamilton? All of those things are being credited to Vasseur, but I have a feeling that Vasseur is like Arteta. He just does what the management takes, but then he takes the heat for it. What do you think, Mr. Kunle? Yeah.
At first when we were talking about him, I was about saying that, I think Vasseur's problem is that it's all about me, I. However, I've come to change my mind when I now look at it, that it is possible, as you said, that he is simply having to play the role of just, you could say Arteta, I say Ten Hag, just to keep the peace. But then when it all goes tits up, you start speaking the truth about what the real problem is. But yes, even as the manager of a team, you have to be strong and you have to try to hide these weaknesses and these problems, because as bad as Ferrari is doing, they're not terrible. I mean, they're bad, and they're sort of should be they should be significantly better, but they're still in the top 3 or top 4 cars competing. You know, even if you're a Ferrari fan and to winning, you're at least a little frustrated that your team that is used to winning is still thereabouts. It's not quite there. It's not like Williams that has dropped off the face of the earth and they're finishing, outside of 10th position, or something like that.
They're on the rise again. Go ahead.
And I do think that they do need some restructuring. I don't think that Lewis Hamilton is the future. because I think Ferrari need about 2 or 3
Let me tell you what
years.
I think Ferrari needs. Ferrari needs a leader. They don't have a leader amongst their drivers. They don't have a leader anywhere. Look at Leclerc. Leclerc was on a brilliant lap and was going to out-qualify everybody. Then he backed off and he blamed that there was another car in front of him. But Leclerc is brilliant, but he's not consistent. Lewis Hamilton is at the end of his career. He's hanging out at Diddy parties and stuff. So they don't have anybody on the team to take hold of that team. And they got rid of the only leader that they had, which was Sainz. You see what I'm saying? What do you think, Mr. Johnny? Go ahead. Could finish your thought? Could finish your thought first? Yeah.
And not only that, problem with Leclerc is he's prone to accidents. What I've seen between Leclerc and Hamilton is Hamilton is prone to accidents, and Leclerc had a crash in practice. I think was it P1 or P2?
In P1. Yeah.
Yes, I mean these are things that are a problem at Ferrari when you look at the drivers. There needs to be seniority in Ferrari, team coordination. They have the racecraft, but they don't have the mental. The mental capacity is not there. I think. No, they don't. Right, psychologically, panicking too much, crazy things to the car, almost like chopping and changing like it's a chop shop. So they need to calm down.
Yeah, and they had a chance. Adrian Newey wanted to come there last year, but when they told him he wouldn't have executive powers, he said, no way. They should have brought Adrian Newey in and kept Vasseur and let Adrian Newey deal with the technical stuff. Because to me, it looks like Vasseur is more of an ambassador. He knows how to keep everybody behaving properly. Don't go out and as he keeps, because there's peace between Hamilton and Co. But they need somebody more aggressive, either like a Horner or an Adrian Newey. If you bring in Newey, he'll be more technical. If you brought in Horner, he'd be more procedure. What are your thoughts, Mr. Johnny? Yeah,
man, that Ferrari was good enough to come third at least.
Yeah,
what's the and if even though Leclerc messed up in his own time, but Hamilton too should have at least pushing. He wasn't pushing at all. He was just driving. He was just doing Sunday drive just like that on his own the whole time. That car was actually fast enough. Those two cars, they messed up with the strategy.
If we practiced, it was clear that car was fast. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't know what. That kind of thing is just actually kind of like
that was making me angry because even though I'm not a big Ferrari fan, Ferrari is an iconic team, and it's going to be ridiculous if by next year they fall to like 5th and 6th behind other teams like Alpine and Co. They need to be very careful, and that's a big waste of money. They need to get their act together because they have the money, the name, and the reputation. Anyway, let's go.